Muy buenas a todos, ¿cómo estáis? Continuamos justo donde lo dejamos. Nos están llamando a la puerta insistentemente, así que vamos a ver quién es. Me gustaría que hubiese una mirilla para mirar quién llama y decidir si quiero abrir o no. Hola.
Hello,
Oh.
Miss Ashworth. How are you? Are you feeling better?
¿Perdona? ¿Es la enfermera del hospital, la que tenía las gafas rojas? ¿Te conozco?
Do I know you?
Of course. You don't remember me. My name is Mitzi Hunt. We met a few days ago. You were out cold at the time. Those pills you had were
¿Es la
good.
vecina que nos salvó?
You probably had one too many, mind you.
Así que eres tú. Tenía el presentimiento de que aparecerías tarde o temprano.
So it's you. I had a feeling you'd turn up sooner or later.
It is me, indeed. A girl who got in the way and fucked everything up. I'll understand if you're angry at me. It wouldn't surprise me if you blame me for calling the ambulance and saving your life, but I had other reasons for it too. Personal reasons. It's important. It's important. That's why I came here the other night. To talk to you.
¿Por qué querrías hablar conmigo? No tiene sentido.
Why would you want to talk to me? It makes no sense.
I saw the ad you'd put in the paper. It seems you have a room to rent.
They still print that? It was months ago. Nobody ever called. I forgot all about it. I gave up on it, actually.
Well, I'd like to be your lodger, Miss Ashworth.
But
You've got the room and I've got the money. Won't that work for both of us? I'm very tidy. I don't make much noise and I promise not to spend too long in the bathroom in the morning.
I don't really...
I read your suicide note, you know. I'm sorry, but I did. I understand that you like your loneliness. You stray from people. I get it. But I won't get in the way. I promise I will give you your space. You won't even know that I'm here half the time. What do you think? Do we have a deal?
Well, I guess I could do with some extra money, but...
Great. Can I come in?
El pero se lo salta, ¿no? Mitz, el pero se lo salta. Dijiste que eras mi hija en el hospital. Esta habitación extra que tengo es bastante fea, deberías saberlo. ¿Cómo entraste aquella noche? Estoy segura de haber cerrado con llave. Oh.
How did you get in that night? I'm sure I locked the door.
Well... Okay, I'll
See?
tell you. You won't like it probably, but I'll tell you. I picked the lock.
Ya.
You did what?
Look, I know it sounds like I'm some sort of criminal, but believe me, I'm not. My dad was a master locksmith. He knew everything there was to know about locks. He taught me some of that stuff too. Look, I've got this little box. I always carry it with me. There are a few types of lockpicks in it. They're very expensive, custom made. It's now the only thing that reminds me of him.
I see.
Ya,
But
ya,
you know,
pero...
it does sound like your father was really a burglar, not a locksmith.
It's not important anymore.
Eso ya no importa.
I guess it isn't. But what gave you an idea that you can pick the lock on my front door and just barge in uninvited?
I heard the cats. They were going crazy. It was like if all hell broke loose inside. The noise they made, it was incredible. Like ghosts howling. Then for a while, it turned into an almost human cry. Well, anyway, I kept banging on the door, but you were already asleep. In a coma or whatever. So I pulled out a sea rake and got the door open. You could say I had a hunch.
A hunch. Great.
I had a hunch that something was very wrong. And I made no mistake, did I?
Dijiste que eras mi hija en el hospital.
You said you were my daughter at the hospital. You're a little liar, aren't you? How can I trust you? How should I know you won't slit my throat when I sleep?
Jesus, what's wrong with you? Slit your throat? Are you always so suspicious of people? If I wanted to do such a thing, I would never have bothered saving you, would I? Just think about it for a second. I was trying to avoid all the stupid questions. I didn't know what else to say. That seemed like an easy option at the time. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me come in the ambulance with you. And I wanted to see if you've made it.
Esta habitación extra que tengo es bastante fea, deberías saberlo.
This spare room I have is pretty bad, you should know.
I'm not fussy. It's not for long anyway. Just a few weeks, maybe. Anything is better than what I've got at the moment.
Which is?
I slept at the train station last night. There's a guy there who talks to rats. You should see him.
Wait, can you even afford rent for the room?
Sure. I'll pay you for 2 months in advance. Money's not an issue.
Why not go to a hotel then?
I hate hotels.
More than train stations, with homeless weirdos and rats.
Robbie? Oh no, he's cool. He's alright. And he kept the rats away.
¿Por qué quieres tanto esta habitación?
Why do you want this room so much? Let's face it, this flat's falling apart. It's cold, it's dark, it's a bit moldy. This is the old part of town where nothing ever happens. It's far from the city centre, and there are only 2 buses going through here, and that's if you're lucky. And I'm known around here as a fucked up, wicked cat lady. They'd burn me at the stake if they could. They'd put me in a bag and drown me in the river like a litter of kittens. I'm not exactly great company for a young girl like yourself.
Who are they?
People, just people.
I don't give a fuck about people, Miss Ashworth. But I do like cats. You think they'll smell the rats on me? Let me use a shower.
Estoy segura de que cambiarás de opinión cuando la veas.
I'm sure you'll change your mind when you see it.
I'd love to see it. And I'm sure it isn't as bad as you picture it.
The window is stuck and it doesn't shut properly.
It's alright. I like fresh air.
There's clutter everywhere.
I'll tidy up.
It's got a funny smell.
I'll burn some joss sticks to cover it up. I love joss sticks.
Odio el incienso.
Fine.
Lo
I
odio.
give up. Follow me. You can see it for yourself, if you're so stubborn.
Bueno, pues vamos allá, ¿no?
This room is perfect.
Really? What about all this clutter?
I'll move some stuff to the side if that's okay with you. But most of it I can use. All I really need is a bed to sleep and a roof over my head to cover me from that rain. And a power outlet so I can charge my laptop. Oh, and somewhere to watch too. You got a shower, right? I'm dying for a shower.
¿Eres parte de esa subcultura emo? Mencionaste unos motivos personales para quedarte aquí.
You mentioned some personal reasons for staying here.
Yes. It's a long story though. I don't really want to bore you with all that
Me gustaría
personal crap.
escucharlas.
Okay. In that case, could you give me the short version?
Yeah, alright. I'm looking for someone. I don't really know this person, but it's a friend of a friend. I only ever talk to this guy online, so I don't know what he looks like. I love this lamp. Does it work? What was I talking about? Oh, yes. I don't know what he looks like, but I know my way around computers. I managed to track him down. Turns out he lives here, in this building somewhere. What I don't know is which flat he lives in. There are 8 flats here altogether. He's in one of them, and I must just figure out which one. It shouldn't be too hard.
What do you want from this person?
I just want to talk to him. He said something really bad. Something horrible. I need to talk to him to get closure, you know?
Just talk. Are you sure?
Yep. I want to meet face to face with him. That's all.
Sin saber los motivos y sin tener el contexto completo. Es que un poquito acoso, ¿no? Pero no lo sé, veremos cómo se va desarrollando la historia de Mitch. ¿No estás teniendo alguna especie de problema, o sí?
You're not in some kind of trouble, are you?
Do I really look like some kind of serial murderer to you, Miss Ashworth?
I don't know. What do serial murderers look like anyway?
A scar across the face, an eye patch, rough stubble. Those sorts of things, I guess.
That's a pirate you've just described. Just add a wooden peg leg and we've got a full picture. But who knows? I'm no expert on murderers. Not yet, anyway.
No me había fijado que la mesita de noche es una caja de cartón. No me había fijado. ¿Hay alguien a quien pueda contactar para tener referencias?
Is there anyone I can contact for references?
Well, I've never really rented a room before, so not really. I've lived with my mum all my life. Until recently, that is.
I could give her a call.
Oh, that would be a perfect spot for my poster up there. Yeah, sure, that'll be okay.
Se dispersa bastante la chica, ¿no? ¿O quiere despistarnos? No quería hacerle esta pregunta, pero bueno, porque pensé que era una coña de tal, pero ¿eres parte de esa subcultura emo?
Are you a part of that emo subculture?
Please don't say that word ever again. No, this is just how I dress. I grew up listening to real rock and roll, not that crap. I hate to be a part of that generic bandwagon.
Bueno, tampoco es para tanto.
Okay. Clearly a sensitive subject for you.
You know, people seem to think that just because someone dresses in black, they're cool or emo. You can't generalize like that. It's more complicated.
I dress in black too.
Of course! That's because black is the best color. Period. You know, you've been asking me all these questions and I never had a chance to ask about how you're feeling. I mean, you've just gone through a terrible experience. You barely survived. I suppose I might be out of line to ask you this, but I'm really curious as to why you tried to kill yourself. What made you do that? What did you feel?
Voy a decir lo mismo que ha dicho ella. Larga historia. No te aburriré con esas estupideces personales.
Long story. Won't bore you with this personal crap.
Ha ha ha. Right back at me, I guess. I did give you a short version, though.
Yes, but somehow I can't help the feeling that you've omitted a few important facts.
Just some details. Anyway, I suppose your story is the kind that can't be shortened. Still, if you feel like talking about it sometimes, I'd love to listen.
I'll bear that in mind, Mitzi.
Mitzi.
Let's go back to the living room.
Room's great. So what do you say, Miss Ashworth? I hope you're not going to change your mind about this. Miss Ashworth?
¿Hola? Es la reina de las larvas.
What happened? Are you alright?
Go away! You have to go away right now.
But why? Miss Ashworth, what's wrong?
No estás segura aquí, debes irte ahora.
You're not safe here. You should leave. Now.
Please, Miss Ashworth, I'd really like to stay. Don't throw me out now.
Well, you can't stay. You can't. If you don't go, something terrible's gonna happen to you. Please, just leave me alone. I was perfectly happy before you came. I have my cats. Just stay away from me.
What?
Are you deaf? Did I not make myself clear? This is not a good place for you.
Where am I gonna go? It's late and it's pouring down with rain.
I don't give a damn where you go. You can go back to the bloody train station for all I care. Anywhere. Anywhere but here. I knew you were one of them. I knew it.
What are you talking about? Look, just try to relax. Everything's okay.
But why you? Why would you want to do this to me? You have no
No
reason.
estoy entendiendo nada, la
Now.
verdad.
I'm not gonna do anything to you, alright? I just want to rent a room. Nothing else. I promise. Damn, I even swear. I won't cause you any trouble, okay? Just take a deep breath. Please explain to me what's happened. I'm a little confused here.
Joder, y yo.
Then maybe. Oh no. No. No.
Vas a morir.
You're going to die.
I know.
¿Cómo?
Yeah. I know. But how did you know, Miss Ashworth? Are you some sort of a psychic? Do you possess some kind of supernatural mind-reading abilities?
¿Perdón?
Or is it just so fucking obvious?
What do you mean? I don't know how you're going to die, but call it a hunch if you like.
That's cool. A hunch. Well, I do. I know exactly. It's already started, as a matter of fact. Do you want to see? I'll show you. Here, Miss Ashworth. Take a good look, because I'm not going to do it again.
Ah. Vale. Vale. Y aquí tenemos al exterminador de plagas. No somos nosotros, ¿no? Quiero decir, no tenemos que llevarle, ¿no? Es automático. No, no le
It's
respondo.
time to wake up, my little pussycat. What's the
Malditos
matter,
enfermos, ¿eh?
sleepyhead? Had a bad dream? Do you want me to give you a cuddle and a kiss? Take the nightmares away? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Well, don't you worry, my sweetest. I know a thing or two about pussycats. I can help. What do you say? Shall I take a good look at this pussy of yours?
Qué asco. Es que A ver, yo diría esto, si me tocas te mataré, va a estar enfermo. Este no, lo de suplicar no. Y diría, eres hombre muerto, solo que no lo sabes todavía. Voy a decir esta, hombre, me ha hecho gracia dentro de la situación.
You're a dead man. You just don't know it yet. I'll cut your throat open and watch you bleed to death. I'll feed your body to the crows. Oh, you're gonna regret this, pal.
¿Qué hace?
What's going on in there?
No me toques. ¿Qué hace?
Who's this? Did you play with this little bitch behind my back? 'Cause if you did, I swear to God...
Me? I'd never do that. You know me, honey. You're the only girl for me. This lady here will join us for dinner. That's all.
For what? Take the goddamn mask off when you talk to me. You know damn well I can't stand it. And make sure you put it back in the van so you don't fucking lose it again.
Okay, okay. I was just saying, she's here for dinner.
Good. Dinner. I'm starving. And I'm sick to death of them bloody cats.
Madre mía.
You nasty little whore. Trying to seduce my husband in my own home? How bloody rude.
¿Quién demonios eres tú?
Who the fuck are you?
Shut up, you stupid bitch! I know what you're up to. You kept staring at him with these big green eyes. You want him, don't you? You think you can take him from me? Well, I've got just the thing. I always keep this bottle handy. It's bleach, the strongest you can get. You give me no choice. I can't risk losing him. I have to make sure he won't be attracted to you anymore. You won't need these eyes and this face much longer anyway.
Uf.
No one will do it right if you don't do it yourself.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Como tenga que hacer, como tenga que... No, 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 no. Sí, dejo el juego. Dejo el juego. Yo lo siento, hay cosas que no puedo. Con el tema de los animales, uff, no puedo. Vale. Es Capcube. Oh, no, Teacup. Es Teacup. Es Teacup. Vale. Vale, hay que ir hasta el fondo del todo. Y ya va. Muy bien, Teacup. Muy bien, Teacup. Uf, la elegía, tú. Vale, agujero. ¿Y qué más tenemos por aquí? Nada más. Agujero. Vale, pues vámonos, ¿no? Teacup. Qué delgadito está.
Hey there, gorgeous. I see my old lady brought the bleach again. What a shame. I really liked your eyes. It could have been a start of something very exciting for us, if you know what I mean. She does that every single time. What do they call it? Trust issues, that's it. Well, never mind. Plenty more fish in the sea. I'm not too fussy, but even I have some standards. Ain't gonna touch a bird like you, I gotta be honest, girl. You look like shit.
Eres como una mierda, cabrón.
But I wouldn't want you to think I'm not a kind man. Plenty of time until dinner, and you're in pain, so I've brought something to end your suffering. Think of it as an option. I've got this gun here. It's one of my favourites. There's just one bullet in the chamber. Large caliber. You'd be long dead before you'd feel any pain. Sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, it's just an idea, you know, no pressure. Ah, of course. You can't see it. That bleach turned your eyes to nothing but jelly. So I'll just leave it for you here. Feel free to use it. That bullet's meant for you anyway. I'd better go now. We won't want to get caught red-handed again, would we? You naughty minx.
¿En serio?
What was that? You can't reach it? Well, what did you expect? Life's a real fucker sometimes.
¿En serio? Bueno. Vale, Teacup. Mira qué arsenal tienen ahí, ¿eh? Mira los rifles y todo. Vale, lo que está de rojo será para interactuar, quizás. A ver. Tragar. Vale, pues me trago la llave. ¿Pero qué quieren que haga con esto? Escupir. No. No quiero escupir. Vale, si paso ahora me dispara, ¿no? Vale, lo entiendo. Aunque no sé cuándo voy a pasar, ¿eh? Vale, se queda ahí. A ver. Ahora era. Vale. Muy bien, Teacup. Vale, solo va por abajo. Tal vez aquí. Tal vez aquí.
What? Who's
Pensé que estaba
this?
muerta.
My eyes. I can't see a thing. That bitch.
Pensé que estaba muerta.
A key? Who are you? Say something. Anything. I should be able to unlock the handcuffs now.
Vale. Tenemos la pistola. Que me tengo que mover. Espera, creo que estoy ciega. Arma. La cogemos.
No! No! I dropped it. Where is it? Where the hell is it?
Vale, tranquila, Susan. Hacia aquí, ¿no? Piso. Registrar.
I've got it.
Tenemos el arma. Vale, estoy yendo a la izquierda del todo. No hay nada. No hay nada. Tengo que usarla. Dispararse. ¡No! ¡No! Es que no... No me deja interactuar. Oh, tengo que dispararme.
I'm sorry, Mitzi. I have to break my promise.
Buah. Buah, cómo ha sonado eso. You are dead. Pues... Vale.
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room. You can do what you like with it. But I definitely prefer this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns. Did you make these?
No. My boyfriend made them. Some of them, anyway. So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag. I was going to leave it to Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert?
The guy with the rats?
Oh, yes. Of course.
So, shall we have a drink, then? We could get to know each other a bit more. I know, I promise I won't get in the way. And, I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're going to live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
Chica, tienes cáncer. Cuando en el cáncer no tienes pelos porque estás recibiendo un tratamiento muy agresivo de quimioterapia, muchísima gente sale. Quiero decir, es una puta copa de vino, ¿sabes? Bébetela, hombre.
Yeah, that's
bien,
okay,
supongo.
I guess.
Great! I'll bring the wine. Oh, damn. It's one of those bottles with a cork. Have you got a bottle opener, Miss Ashworth?
In the kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
Hace muchos años de este juego y no recuerdo absolutamente nada. Me está revolviendo a niveles a niveles muy, muy personales. Todo me está revolviendo a niveles muy personales, hasta con la enfermedad de Michi. No sabía que el juego era duro y trataba temas, pues eso, temas de muerte, suicidio, tal, depresión, pero es que no me resulta, es como un poco shock, porque cada cosa que sale en el juego soy yo. Entonces, es que es complicado, estoy en shock. Cuando he visto a Michi quitarse el pelo, he dicho, no puede ser. Yo estoy en tratamiento ahora mismo. Tema de cáncer. A mí no se me ha caído el pelo porque en vez de quimio por vena, pues son quimio en pastillas, ¿no? Es un tratamiento que es de ensayo, pero está aprobado, bueno, que como que es efectivo, ¿no? Y es cáncer de mama, con su operación de que te quitan, no el pecho entero, pero sí buena parte. Me vaciaron también la axila, porque se extendió la axila, también el mediastino, está más o menos controlado. Sigo con el tratamiento, ya se supone que no hay nada, pero sigo con el tratamiento porque es un cáncer hormonal. Claro, al ser un cáncer hormonal, mi cuerpo de mujer tiene que dejar de producir hormonas. Y yo no estoy en edad de menopausia. Entonces lo que han estado haciendo desde un principio es inducirme la menopausia con fármacos. ¡Wow! Es duro, es muy duro. Y ahí estoy. Ahora mismo soy una persona joven en el cuerpo de una anciana, ¿no? Ahora mismo, literal, es así. No sé si cuando acabe el tratamiento será igual, si ya será para siempre, no lo sé. Pero iba a decir que el alma tengo joven y el cuerpo viejo, el cuerpo de una anciana. Pero realmente, si me pongo a pensar, el alma también la tengo No, me pongo mala. Hostia, es que este juego me está revolviendo a muchos niveles. ¡Wow! Es duro, ¿eh? Es duro. No sabía que tocaba tantos temas de mierda. Seguimos. Venga, ya está. Ya pasó. ¿Ves? Es que no puedo hablar de ello. Porque pienso que ahí está y que ya está y que ya pasa y sin más, ¿sabes? Digo, sin más. Pero realmente en el momento que tengo que hablar un poquito, a mí me pregunta o tal, me pongo muy mala. Me pongo mal porque... es que... ¡ay, no, ya está! Uy. Venga, ya está. Sacacorchos, ¿no? Y vamos a por un sacacorchos, ¿no? Espérate. No sé ni lo que tenemos que hacer. Michi. Hablar.
Have you
¿Qué
found
quieres,
that
guapa?
corkscrew yet?
Sacacorchos.
Also need some wine glasses.
Y copas de vino. Vale. Venga, vamos allá. Ventana, silla, pimpa, no sé qué, puerta de balcón, truco, armario. Aquí había, ¿no? Aquí había copas de vino. Una para mí, una para Michi. Ok. Tenemos 2 copichuelas ahí. Y ahora vamos a la cocina. Y no sé dónde. Microondas. En la alacena, tal vez. Ah, sí, aquí había. Sacacorchos. Ok. Hola, pequeñina. La chiquitina. Kira está mirándome porque le doy... A ver, ella tiene siempre su agua y su comida. De hecho, tiene pienso de pescado, basado en pescado, y pienso basado en este caso, conejo. para que no se canse ni de uno ni de otro, así tiene para lo que le apetezca, ¿no? Y después a media mañana le doy, ahora tocan sardinas frescas, que congelo, las congelo y después las voy descongelando día a día. Le doy una al día, medio lomito por la mañana, a media mañana, y medio lomito entre las 5 y las 6. Son las 5:28 y si pudiese sacarme una foto, la madre que la parió. La tengo sentada en la puerta de la sala mía, mirándome fijamente, sentada, los cuartos traseros en el suelo, las patitas delante apoyadas tiesas, mirándome con cara de... ¿qué? Humana. ¿Qué? Aliméntame. Eso me está diciendo. Igual tengo que ponerlo aquí. Lo pongo aquí. Quizás. Dar. Vale, no. Hay que dárselas a Susan. ¿Qué me ha pasado? Aquí. Ay, Dios mío, qué rollo, La vida. Vale. Bueno, dárselas a Susan, no, dárselas a Mitzi. Vale. Aquí sí, ¿verdad?
I found some wine glasses.
Y saca cursos.
Great. Now all we need is a corkscrew.
Uy, como este.
There you go. Let's get that bottle open.
All right. That's all we need.
Pero no vamos a la
Oh,
cocina.
Miss Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're
Por
asleep.
favor,
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh, no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
Uf, hay gente que lo hace, Hay gente que lo hace. Duerme con los ojos abiertos. Y es espeluznante cuanto menos, Bueno, tú. Así que cáncer, ¿quieres hablar de eso? Pues no. La verdad, no quiero. Bueno, pero vamos a tener una conversación con ella, ¿no? ¿Tú, Mitzi, quieres hablar de ello?
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that. I put you in a very difficult position, I know. It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too. Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine. What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. Her name is glioblastoma.
Huh.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
How long?
They said I had a year. But that was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
¿Cómo planeas encontrar a ese tipo?
How are you planning to find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. 1 is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me a hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years, too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbors are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face. He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6. Anyone else you know?
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
Bueno, ya me tranquilicé, ya me tranquilicé. Y le di de comer a... Haré un corte, que no os habréis dado cuenta. Ya di de comer, fui al baño, hice pipí, todo eso, me lavé las manos. Siempre, lavarse las manos, siempre. Hagas o no hagas nada en el baño, hay que lavarse las manos. Y ya di el medio lómito a Kira, de la sardinita esta. Saqué otra del congelador, que se vaya descongelando en la nevera para mañana. Y ya está, ya estoy más tranquila. Ya está. Fue un momento de debilidad porque no me esperaba ese giro en el juego. Entonces me pilló un poquito a traición. Me pilló un poquito a traición. Y me descolocó un poquito, pero bueno, ya está. Oh, ya no llueve.
Oh, it's not raining anymore.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it. But according to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Yeah? How do you know?
Los únicos monstruos somos nosotros, asesinos, violadores, pirómanos.
The only monsters are us. Murderers, rapists, arsonists. They're the real beasts. So far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt. They're the ones we should really be afraid of. But whether they're lurking in the woods or fog or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant. You can't predict what happens. You can't do anything to stop it. There is only one way. You turn into a beast yourself, and like them, you show no mercy.
Whoa! Where did that come from, Miss Ashworth?
I just don't like murderers. They're nothing but parasites.
Mencionaste un novio. Cuéntame algo de él.
You mentioned a boyfriend. Tell me something about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name's Jack. He's dead.
Oh.
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
And I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
Yo sí
Yes,
quiero
so.
escucharla.
Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
Cuéntame cómo os conocisteis.
Tell me how you two met.
Oh, we knew each other for forever. We grew up on the same street. It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. A perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love. Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
¿Cómo se tomó la noticia de tu cáncer?
How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. Then he got really angry. I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. But it was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. He begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time. I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
Jack made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
And yet, you are scared of fog.
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there is a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again. How did he die? How did Jack die?
It was so distant the last few weeks before he died. What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions. Everything, really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide. There's a guy there. Calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum. It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support. Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories and how they cope with their lives. But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good. Jack took the bait. Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved, all thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple. All we needed were 2 easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me. I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn, 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. I just couldn't. I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late. But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was.